said it was okay? And now I don't know how to spell strawmanning, but he's strawmanning my argument. So I'm a write that down. Strawmanning argument counter. He's at 1. Who said it was okay? Who said it was okay? Literally, if he would have finished my video, which he didn't, he cut this part off. I said everybody gets a piece of this blame. It's 30, it's 33, 33, 33. Me personally, it would be 40, 30, 30. As in, let's speak specifically on the Jungle Boy thing. Who started it? Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy gets 40. CM Punk gets 30. Leadership gets 30. Tony Khan. Tony Khan gets 30. CM Punk gets 30. Jungle Boy gets 40. Jungle Boy gets 40. I never said it was okay. CM Punk was tripping. You're a grown-ass man. Don't fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to act like I don't understand, though. That's where this is, like, misconstrued. This is where we part ways. I respect it. I don't agree with it. I respect it, and I understand it. Like, when you look at CM Punk, who's to say you wouldn't handle it the same way? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Because if you just say, and when I just said that, if you immediately jumped up and said, I wouldn't, you don't know all the details. You don't know what he was going through. You don't know, not to say, like, even if you did know what was going on, that you would agree with it. Let's not act like we don't understand. That's my only thing. Acting like, oh, he's crazy. He got mental health issues. He got this, he got that. Which, who doesn't have mental health issues at this point? Like, we're all messed up. Like, let's be honest. Let's not act like we don't understand where he's coming from. That's where, like, again, I do not agree with CM Punk. I don't condone his actions. I respect him. I respect him for standing up for himself. I don't agree with it. I would tell anyone, don't do that. But again, I won't act like I don't understand it, because I do.
Oh, well, they were teasing him. If we're okay with CM Punk taking shots at the elites, then we should be okay with the elite taking a nuanced shot at CM Punk as a rebuttal. Taking a nuanced shot at CM Punk as a rebuttal. As a retaliation.
And you see how the elite get the benefit of the doubt, but CM Punk doesn't?
I just think that's fair. Does that sound fair to y'all? I think it sounds pretty fair to me. If you can do this, I should be able to do this too. I think that sounds fair.
And my thing is, I agree I agree, not boldface agree. Like, to a certain extent, I agree. You lose that argument where you forget the part that
Hangman Page
did that first. So, what is he talking about?
I think that sounds fair. We're going to continue on with this video.
It's like if you sucker punch me in the mouth, and I shoot you in the kneecap, 3 weeks later, you shoot me in the kneecap. And your argument is, well, you did that to me. Why can't I do it to you? You sucker punched me first. So, it's like 1-1, 2. So now I got to get you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, that's a very, I'll be honest, that's a very bad example. That's a very, but y'all know what I mean, man. Y'all know what I mean.
I'm not okay with it either. Well, you should have addressed it, though.
Disingenuous, number 4. I did address it. You're just only 2 minutes into the video. Like he was biting whoever they were facing.
Back.
You got the Young Bucks, whatever Young Buck it was, it don't matter to know their names because they're not that relevant. Messing up the... He got triggered whatever by this, so. Young Buck it was, it don't matter to know their names because they're not that relevant.
You know what? Listen. All right. Here's how you already start losing your fight. This is how you already start losing the battle. You can't go in the very beginning of your video and insinuate that I'm being disingenuous, and then you say that the Young Bucks are not relevant. It doesn't matter which Young Buck we're talking about because they're not relevant. That's disingenuous. That's very disingenuous. For 2 reasons. Number 1, if you're going to make this whole debate about the Young Bucks being right, then get right who you're talking about. Get that right. Secondly, don't sit here and say that the Young Bucks are irrelevant when they are one of the most popular tag teams in the world. I'm not even trying to glaze or dick right the Young Bucks, but to say that they're irrelevant and nobody knows who they are is completely disingenuous because people know who they are. People know who they are. They're a great tag team. They've been busting their ass in the tag team division. They are the EVPs of the company, so people know who they are. They know their positions. Like, that's disingenuous of you to say that. So, here we go.
All right, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and I won't even add to the counter because I believe he truly believes that the Young Bucks are irrelevant. When I say the Young Bucks are irrelevant, it's because they are. When they are on TV, their numbers go down. They're not selling merch like they used to. You know, they just don't have the impact that they did 4 years ago. Kenny Omega does better when he's not with them, and when I mean better, I mean as in ratings. They literally lose ratings. I believe, like, they main evented a couple weeks ago on AEW. And this is according to WrestleNomics, the people who put out the ratings quarter by quarter and stuff like that. Literally, they main evented Dynamite one time, and they lost 100,000 viewers. Like, literally. It sounds so crazy that I'm gaslighting myself that I don't, like, maybe I'm misremembering the numbers, but it was, like, near 100,000. If not 100,000. So yes, they're irrelevant at this point. They're not the best tag team, even in their feud. They're not the guys that. Only reasons they are relevant right now is because they are a part of a group that has their name in AEW, All Elite Wrestling, and they're a part of the Elite. If you took them out, if you took the EVP away, who cares about the Young Bucks? Literally, when you lose 100,000 people, you are irrelevant. Katy Perry right now, she's irrelevant. She's not she's not moving anything right now. She's not moving people right now. She's irrelevant. Just because you're popular don't mean you're relevant. You're not relevant. You don't bring nothing. You're not bringing anything substantial or important to the table right now. You're not a product that people are going out of their way to see right now. You're not a hot commodity right now. You're just not. Would you say the Young Bucks are a hot commodity right now? They're very talented, but are they hot right now? No. The numbers show it, the ratings show it, the merchandise sales show it. They're just not those guys right now. They're just not.
But you can't sit here and say they're irrelevant. That's
messing up the buckshot lariat to send a shot at CM Punk. He doesn't bring any of that up in this video. If we gonna be
yeah, you're right. I did it and I forgot. Now I'm bringing it up.
Fair, let's keep the same energy for everybody. I don't like stuff not being balanced. I don't like playing favorites. I don't like favorites. I don't like biasness. I don't like none of that shit. I hate it. Keep the same energy for everybody. And when I say that, I'm talking to dudes like this. This shit is nasty, bro. All right, but let's talk about that time he did call out Hangman Adam Page. I get it. He don't get the benefit of the doubt. I see him, Hangman Adam Page. But if you watch that, like, bro, come on, bro. We are fucking adult. When I was hearing that, like...
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
I hate it. Keep the same energy for everybody. And when I say that, I'm talking to dudes like this. This shit is nasty, bro. All right, but let's talk about that time he did call out Hangman Adam Page.
Well, what time? Because he called out Hangman Page 3 different times. So it depends on which time you're talking about.
I get it. He don't get the benefit of the doubt with a lot of people. But if you watch that, like, bro, come on, bro. We are fucking adult.
What is that even supposed to mean?
Watch the video, bro.
I don't even know what he's supposed to mean by that.
We are 30 minutes in. I think he's about 3 minutes into my video, bro. Come on. Brought up Hangman Adam Page at all. He was obviously joking. He was
obviously joking. Wow.
And he watches
what?
this.
Hold on. He
watches Adam Page at all. He was obviously joking. He even said it at the end of his statement. He was like, oh, that didn't come out how I wanted it to. Like, he was trying to make a joke. The joke just didn't land.
That's what. Okay, so now I'm going to assume now, because I will listen to it, I'm going to assume now he's talking about the last one, the third one, where he called out Hangman Adam Page.
So he's going to play the promo in which they were in South Carolina. I don't remember exactly which city, but it was like Hangman Adam Page's hometown, I believe, which is weird for a Collision. Like, I don't know why you would book. Why is nobody talking about that? Why would you book Collision there if Hangman Adam Page isn't on the roster or if he's not on that show? That's stupid. CM Punk was doing a promo. He's in enemy territory. Like, let's be honest, he's in enemy territory. At the end of the show, when the cameras were off, it's just him talking to the crowd like Stone Cold and The Rock used to do post Raw shows and stuff like that, which everybody does if you've ever been to a live wrestling event. CM Punk was obviously, to me, I just want y'all to, like, I don't, y'all have heard my opinion on this, But I just want to say, listen to his tone. Listen to the way he says things. Listen to the way he says it, and you will see why I'm saying. Like, even if you don't agree with me, don't act like you don't understand where I'm coming from. That's all I'm saying. Just listen to his tone and tell me if you would think he was joking, making a joke out of the situation, trying to get heat. I think they call it cheap heat. Yeah, just try to do that.
I'm assuming he's talking about the third one, where he said, "Oh, he wasn't joking." CM Punk could sit here and say all day he was joking. No, he wasn't. There was nothing in that entire call out spin. Maybe in his mind, he thought that it didn't come out the right way, but I feel like it came out exactly the way it was intended to come out. If y'all want me, can play it back real quick. Hold on. I want y'all to listen to this, and I want y'all to tell me if y'all think CM Punk is kidding or not.
Today, I went to a local supermarket, and I figured out why they call him Hangman. It's because...
Mind you. Hangman Adam Page has called out CM Punk one time. At the very beginning. Since that one time, he has not mentioned, he has not tweeted, added, Instagrammed, TikToked, mentioned, or even spoke about CM Punk at all. Like, has not mentioned CM Punk since that very first time. No, not on TV, not off screen, not during a off-screen shoot that was recorded by somebody else on a TMZ camera. He's never ever addressed CM Punk outside of the one occurrence. But yet CM Punk is talking about him for a third time. So let's continue on with this.
See, this is actually a great chess move by him. Bringing this up right before we get to the video, this has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Again, I agree with this point. Like, I gave Hangman Adam Page props on my last video about this situation, I believe. Hangman Adam Page was wrong, and I believe he apologized. I might be wrong about this, but from what CM Punk said, I believe he apologized about calling him out, going off script and stuff like that. Hangman Adam Page, as far as I know, Hangman Adam Page, other than that, he stayed out of the way. He hasn't done anything, at least publicly. We don't know what's going on backstage. We don't know if CM Punk's done anything backstage that hasn't been reported. We don't know if the Hangman Adam Page, if the Young Bucks, we don't know. But as far as we know, Hangman Adam Page has stayed out of the way. Even though he started the bullshit, we gotta throw that out there. He started the bullshit, but he stayed out the way. He like, my bad. You know what I'm saying? So I give Hangman Adam Page props, even though he's had every reason to, say some bullshit publicly. He's actually like told his fans to not do that shit. So I gotta give him his props for that shit.
The pegs in the toy aisle are full of Hangman action figures because nobody wants to buy them.
Oh! You son of a bitch!
He's a peg warmer. Unlike me, who moves merchandise and pops ratings and sells toys.
Like, come on, bro! Come on! Look at the way he's walking around the ring! He's obviously joking. Again, in my video I said, of course, I can understand he don't get the benefit of the doubt. He shouldn't have been joking, and I agree with those. Like, I agree with that. He shouldn't have been joking on that, man. It's like, it's such a sensitive subject, even if it's handled behind the scenes. It's such a sensitive subject. You don't get, like, you should know how that's gonna come off. You gotta leave that man alone. You gotta even though it's a great time to get, it's a great way to get cheap heat. It's a great way to play to the crowd. You gotta let that opportunity go. Unfortunately, you don't get that opportunity. So, but man, listen to his tone. Look at the way he's walking around the ring, bro. I got my Crocs on, but man, if I'm walking around, imagine me and you arguing, right? And this is why I say he's disingenuous. Like, imagine I'm walking around like this. Well, I think you were wrong. I think I should punch you in the face because you are ugly. Like, come on. gotta be like, all right. That's why I say we're adults. Like, that is why I say we're adults. Like, we're fucking adults. Because it's like, we know how to read body language. We know how to read tone. It's not what you say, it's how you say it, etc., etc. That's like, he's obviously joking. Again, is he not the one to make that joke? Of course. Do I wish he didn't do that? Of course. But let's not act like we don't understand what's going on here. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna make myself bigger. Pause.
Okay, everybody in AEW say, I'm the heart, I'm the soul, I'm the spirit. Well,
It doesn't really sound like this guy's joking.
that's objective. What is a fact is the people who say that certainly aren't the chin of AEW, because the lights go out faster than what? GTS, go to sleep. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I got rocked too. I told the House of Black no chops, and the chop makes them very mad.
That the end? Hold on, the end? Hold on.
GTS, go to sleep. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I got rocked too. I told the House of Black no chops, and the chop makes them very mad.
That's a joke. What he said at the end, that is a joke. Okay? Listen to the tonality. Listen to the follow-up. Listen to the pause at the end.
He's gonna play it again.
I told the House of Black
it.
no chops, and the chop makes them very mad.
That's a joke. I told the House of Black to do this and they chopped me. That's a joke, okay? This?
Look at the way he's walking around the ring.
son of
He's
a bitch.
smiling. Like, come on, bro.
Look
at the way he's walking around the ring.
Pops ratings and sells toys.
Where's the joke?
Look at the way he's
Where's the
walking
joke?
around. Like, all right, bro.
Please tell me where the joke is in that statement. Let's say CM Punk was joking, okay? Maybe he is joking. Poor joke. Poor execution on your joke.
I agree.
And if it was a joke, and you're trying, once again, CM Punk has been trying to get the Elite into a room to talk to these guys and get on the same page and sing a kumbaya. If you're trying to get people in a room to hash things out and bury the hatchet, why are you making jokes where you insinuate that the guy is a peg warmer, doesn't sell merch like you, is not better than... Why are you making those jokes if you want this to be settled? Where's the sense? That makes no sense. You're speaking out of both ends of your mouth, like I said in the previous video. You can't say, I want to bury the hatchet, but then you suck, you can't sell merch like me, you can't move ratings like me, you can't sell toys, you're a peck. What sense does that make? Why would you go out and publicly call this man out for a third time if you're trying to settle the business? It was an attempt at cheap heat. Get out of here with that. It was a cheap heat attempt. If it was a cheap heat attempt, right? If it was a cheap heat attempt, please tell me why did he go and apologize to Hangman Page afterwards? Guilty conscience, right? Guilty conscience, right? If it was cheap heat, why didn't he just tell Hangman Page he was going to do that? Why didn't he ask Hangman Page if that was okay to do that? But if Jack Perry tries to get cheap heat, can't do
Okay.
that.
All right, disingenuous 5. Okay, so the fact that CM Punk wanted to make amends with the Elite, but he was doing this. I agree. CM Punk again was wrong for this. Like, he shouldn't have done it. Like, I agree with him. I agree. You can't try to mend fences behind the scenes and then go out there and try to do the job as if there's not a problem backstage. Like, you can't forget that when you go out there. I agree with that. And that's why, like, CM Punk gets part of this. I've heard people say, like, Jack Perry was just trying to get cheap heat. He said that. Jack Perry was trying to get cheap heat. Jack Perry said he was trying to get cheap heat. Why would you say it into the camera then? What does getting cheap heat from the people at home do for you? You're not that loud to where the crowd can hear you. Again, for your argument, a contradiction. If Jack Perry was trying to get cheap heat, if you're not on the internet, for the 20% of people who's not on the internet, how would they know what was going on? Huh? You're contradicting yourself. How would they know what's going on if they're not on the internet? If they're not following behind the scenes, how would they know Jack Perry knocking on a glass, talking about it's real glass, cry me a river? It's like, if you're not on the internet, you don't know what's going on with that. Like, you don't know what that means. It's obviously a shot because he's saying it into the camera. He's not even saying it to the crowd. He's not saying it to the crowd. He's not saying it loud enough to where the crowd can hear him. The only people he can possibly get heat from is people backstage and people at home. So what does that cheap heat do for you? This is another disingenuous argument. I put one down for contradiction because I put this, and this is disingenuous because he knows better. You watch wrestling. I don't know how long he's been watching wrestling, but he's 20. I'm assuming he's 25. He said he's mid-20s. I'm assuming he's 25. You're 2 years older than me. You know better than me. What does cheap heat do for you with people at home and people backstage? There's only one thing that could come out of going at people backstage. Problems. So again, if he was trying to get cheap heat from the people in the back, he started a problem with the person who was in the back who had a match next up.
If Jack Perry tries to get cheap heat, can't do that. But CM Punk gets cheap heat. Oh, that's fine. Because he apologized, right? Hypocrisy at its finest. All right, let's continue on with the video, okay?
He was trying to get heat from the crowd. It just didn't land. Again, okay, did he not read the room? Yeah, okay. And do I agree with he don't get the benefit of the doubt from a lot of people? I accept that. You know what I'm saying? He got to bite that bullet because he's not in the best position to go that route. But at the same time, let's
know what was going on because nobody knew what was going on when he said that. You know, it's really funny that you brought up that we act like we knew what was going on. No, we didn't. No one knew what was going on backstage. Nobody knew what was going on backstage. If nobody was going backstage, then why the hell would anybody in the crowd know what was going on?
Oh, he missed my point. When I said we know what was going on, that's me saying like, all right, we know he's trying to get heat from the crowd.
Anytime CM Punk called out someone publicly, he didn't notify anybody in the back that he was going to do it. He didn't notify anybody. And I can tell you for certain because I talked to people backstage who told me that they were notified that he was going to do that. So no.
You talk to people backstage at AEW? I wonder who.
No. Don't try to sit here and say, oh, we were all... No, we weren't aware. CM Punk called out Hangman Page despite them not being in a storyline with each other. Does that make sense? What sense does that make to call out somebody you're not feuding with? Or you're not going to feud with? There was no plans for CM Punk and Hangman Page to have a match at All Out or All In. So why are you calling them out? It doesn't matter that it's not televised. You are doing it in a public setting where people can record and upload it to the internet, so people are going to see it. If you're not doing it backstage where the cameras are off and nobody can hear it and you're doing it in the public eye, it doesn't matter if it's not televised. You are calling this man out in public and you're not in a feud. What sense does that make? Please explain to me what sense does that make?
You're in his hometown. I'm going to put him down for disingenuous again. You're up to 7. It makes sense when you're in someone's hometown to call out their hometown hero. You, a 25-year-old who's been watching wrestling for at least 8 years, because I looked at your channel. You've been watching wrestling for, at bare minimum, 8 years. You know that. That is like wrestling. That's like heel. That's like Heat 101. If you're in somebody's hometown, you call out their sports team, you call out their wrestlers, you call out their celebrities, you call out their restaurants, you call out anything that they have a public feeling to. You know this, man. You're 25. Quit acting 10.
It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It wasn't malicious. It wasn't disrespectful. He was making he was trying to get...
No, don't...
malicious, go that route. But at the same time, let's not act like we don't know what was going on. It wasn't malicious. It wasn't disrespectful.
Bruh. It wasn't malicious or disrespectful. So if I looked at your channel, I said you have no subscribers, you get no views, you get no money. That's not disrespectful and that's not rude and that's not malicious.